pour me a cup of that Joe. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge, baby. Let's start the show.
I was thinking maybe we could just take it easy today.
Yeah, it was a long one last night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Last night we got crazy.
We went for it.
I mean, how long did you think that monster truck rally was going to be? I did not think it would be that long.
No.
Well, I was
ticket
like,
said-
we can't leave until Truckosaurus comes out.
I know. Well, I was
cannot
like,
leave.
hey, I've seen Gravedigger. I'm ready to go.
Right. But Truckosaurus was the main... Truckosaurus is going to come out and eat one of those little cars.
It didn't come out till 6 a.m.
Well,
It's just not.
Part of that's my fault. I double parked Truckosaurus before the show.
Well, let's just say it was tough getting home in your car after the show.
Well, I was surprised he
Truckosaurus
was
really
He was
polite
mad.
for a long time and then just said, I can't wait anymore.
ate up your car.
Either pull the roof off or don't. But don't just flatten it, because then the drive is so uncomfortable.
Oh, that was such a tough drive home.
You had to sit
My
on the
back is
flattened
killing
roof
me.
and reach into the steering wheel.
That's right.
And get pulled by a bull. You had to,
We
you
were
didn't have an
towed by a
engine
bull.
anymore.
We're towed by a bull.
Which Truckosaurus also got.
So, and this is why we're tired.
Truckosaurus got the bull by the horns.
This is why we're tired.
That was a gruesome bull murder.
Yeah, well,
gruesome.
honestly, the first bull murder I've seen in person.
Well, yeah, I mean, the cops showed up. They put the white sheet over the bull.
I couldn't believe that they did it.
Ice-T showed up.
I didn't
We were
realize,
questioned for hours.
and I didn't realize
Hours.
that bull was so notable.
And
I
this
thought
is
it was
why we're
just
tired.
I know.
Emphasis on bull.
yeah, it was notable. It was a notable.
It was
Well,
a
they
notable-
brought in the cow from the that's on those milk cartons. The missing cow.
They brought in the missing cow. They brought in the Chick-fil-A cows.
Yeah.
They, of course, had no help.
No.
Isn't that rude when there's a missing cow and they put missing children on the milk carton? You would think the cow would be like, no, that's my carton.
You don't. all
I
right,
am
fine.
putting my son up there.
Then tattoo my missing son on your kid.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
Jesus.
Cows getting disrespected
that's so
constantly.
disrespectful.
Big
The
fan
cow
of cows.
community, the cow community is fed up, and we know we've
ridiculous.
heard them mooing.
We just walk around, we're grabbing their nipples.
and, yeah.
When people ask me, like, hey, you know how we talk about smoking now, of just like,
Yes.
30 years ago, no one would know that smoking would be like what it is now. In 30 years,
Yes.
what's going to be different? The way we talk and treat and treat cows.
Yes,
Especially
we're on the
the
cutting edge.
dialogue. The dialogue that we have with these
Unbelievable.
cows is subpar.
Yes, hamburger. So rude.
Hamburger's one of the rudest things you can do.
It's one of the rudest things you can say to a cow is the word hamburger. Because they go, what am I, a pig now? Ham?
Yeah, isn't it?
I'm not ham.
It's kind of crazy.
Confusing.
That I don't mean to take this conversation to all animals.
Please,
but
let's make it divisive.
It's kind of crazy that once an animal turns into food, you no longer call it what it is.
Animal
Besides
Farm.
chicken. Besides a chicken.
yes.
Yeah.
You know,
don't
you
call
get a
it
steak.
crushed.
Yeah, you don't say I'm gonna go have some cow for dinner. You call it a steak. You call it a hamburger. You're disassociating
Yeah.
the item from the thing that you're eating.
It's de-animalizing.
Yeah, it's
Now,
de-animalizing.
with all that said, I will not stop eating meat.
No, absolutely
Why
not.
would I?
Oh, I'm keto.
Oh,
I'm keto, but no veggies.
Oh,
Yeah.
So meat.
well,
di-
you're
that's meat.
keto, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the keto diet.
And that again is
I eat all the like leftovers that my more famous friends
Yeah.
have, and then
oh, that's why you've been digging through my trash.
yeah, and
I had no idea you considered me more famous. You're the actor. I'm just an ex-agent.
No, yeah, but you're bigger than me. People, know
And then
you.
you'll eat at any festival anyone invites you to.
Absolutely, yeah. And while I'm eating there, it's gonna be like pretty uncomfortable, pretty quick, and people are gonna be like, "Oh God, we're gonna have to sit through this whole thing."
The keto diet.
That's the keto diet.
Anybody else on? Well, I
We gotta
was
treat
on
these cows
Atkins,
better. Yeah.
but now I'm on
South Beach.
South. Oh, am I on South Beach? What am I
Went from
on?
keto to keto, so,
And so Atkins to or South Beach.
Hang on.
Nothing.
Oh, you're on A-Seekins.
A Seekins, which of course.
You slowly drive bread off of off the freeway.
Well, when bread is about to mold, I get it in my car and I drive. I drive.
And you toss a gun in the back and the bread just cries.
Exactly, yes.
Good.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm exhausted. It was a long night.
Long
The obviously the cops were questioning us for a while.
But how about that rally? That rally was something else.
It was
that
a
monster truck
It
rally.
was.
Truck
Well,
rally.
I was proud that none of us rolled on Truckosaurus.
No, yeah, no.
Well, because we are not snitches.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. I got a pretty deep cut in my arm, and I needed stitches, so I almost snitched.
Oh my God. Well, that was the one time it would have helped you.
It would have helped me because I don't have health insurance, and I was like, well,
Right. You could have come in
You do
quickly
snitch.
and got
They-
stitches.
so yeah, I still have an open wound because I ain't no snitch, even if I need stitches.
I was actually pantsless. So I really needed a pair of breeches. But I did not snitch.
Famously, snitches get britches.
Yes, they
But,
did.
Absolutely.
but it is good that you were
Which are
pantsless.
old time pants.
Old-time pants. It's good you didn't have pants because you were a liar, and those would have lit right on fire.
Well, I was so tired of being on level ground. And I needed to get in a ditch.
Oh, of course.
But I couldn't snitch.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Because,
You needed to be you needed to be about 3 feet under.
Snitches get ditches, and I couldn't snitch.
Yes, well, you had a very fire prone field that really needed a bunch of ditches.
Absolutely.
But you sacrificed your field, immediately burned all those soybeans.
And
He's doing soybeans.
and
Soybeans is
growing
my new
soybeans.
thing. Everybody knows it. I'm a soy man.
Kick it!
I was gonna
I'm a soy man.
I was gonna say, you guys kicked it before I could participate in that last little bit.
soy man.
But everybody, thank you so much for
I'm
tuning
a
in.
soy man.
Sorghum and soy.
That is
Check
in
out my
such
tits.
context.
I'm eating a lot of soy, and my tits are
That
growing.
song, I don't think any song you guys have ever sang over the theme has ever been in more direct competition with having the sound. It sounded it was cacophonous. I hated
if we
that.
could get the engineer to pump up the theme song and our voices during that would be
I don't think so.
great.
I don't think we should do that. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Teacher's Lounge. I, of course, am Howard Butter Personality Levis.
So everything's hot about you, but your personality.
Yes, it's true.
Now, this seems like a nickname that was not given by the kids. This seems like a nickname you gave to yourself. We see you tried to make it look like, oh, my personality's ugly.
Yeah.
But you just want us to think you're hot.
Are you pushing this nickname yourself?
I honestly, it's the nicest one that anybody's given me recently, so I'm gonna go with it. Because I'll take it. You know, when I was a kid, people said, they said you're a 4, but your personality makes you an 8.
I see.
So
Personality also a 4.
yeah, I guess so. So it's in combination, the two things are good.
So you added it together?
Yeah, that's how it works, right? That's how you get.
So they would say you're a 4, but your personality makes you an 8?
yes.
So they didn't know how
get it.
averages work.
I guess. I don't know.
So yeah, people who are bad at math were trying to insult you.
They didn't mean that as an insult, did they?
I don't know, because you're a butter personality, but I have also heard people calling you a margarine face, which.
Which I think it has something to do with I've seen people drawing it, and it's a picture of Marge Simpson in a toilet. Margarine face?
Margarine, I see.
Margarine face?
Well, your face does look like Marge Simpson in a toilet.
Oh, yeah. God, I can't believe I've
That
never
would-
noticed that. It's a
that would really
spitting
hurt.
image of Marge in a toilet.
That one really hurts me, honestly. But I'll take butter personality if people want to throw that out. I appreciate that, because even having a mildly decent personality is an upgrade for me. So
Wow.
Howard, we love you.
Howard, we love you, buddy.
I hope
we
you
love
mean
you. Moving on from your feelings, I'm Todd Padre. Theater, fastest man in the West.
Man, I think you're misreading. I think it's fastest man to get wet.
That's okay. That's what it is. Yeah, I did the.
You have fallen in every pool at every party you've ever been to.
And puddle.
And puddle.
Get a screech to a halt when you fell in that puddle outside the school.
Well, you fell in so
immediately.
many puddles at a certain point. You became a pop culture figure for chivalry. People would throw you down to have their date walk over you.
Oh, that's right. Which, as a feminist, I was okay with. Walk all over me, ladies. Keep your shoes clean.
Well, that's when it turned because you were obviously being aroused anytime ladies' feet walked on you.
Yeah, and you also couldn't stay nice through the whole thing.
Yeah.
You would lay down and have them walk all over you, and then you say, "Oh, you're just going to walk on my back?"
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time lose a few.
Whoa.
Yeah, see, there was the bad turn.
But as a feminist, I will lay myself down and let you walk all over me, ladies. So, yeah, I guess I was misreading that. Top Padre Theater, fastest man to get wet.
My name is Sam Weatherman, Soy Boy. I'm now in soybeans.
The
I love-
most amazing product, the most amazing piece of product.
Listen, soy
Of
is the
life.
future of,
Yes.
of annoying orders, okay?
Yes.
If you don't love soy, you're not difficult in the Starbucks.
Yes. Yes.
Soy will cure everything that is wrong with this world.
So is the future.
Soy.
Absolutely.
Now, there's obviously soy milk is big, but you've been doing a lot of different soy substitute drinks other than soy milk, right? You got soy Coca-Cola,
I got soy Coke. Yeah, I do soy milkshakes.
soy milkshake.
I've been doing Soyerade, which
Okay.
is like a sports drink.
I've noticed that's a very milky, heavy, and you say do it warm.
Oh yeah,
Layers
curdle it
curdled.
up. Curdle up the soy milk and then drink it when you're really hot and tired.
I see.
Yeah.
No, but you also, I saw, you've come out with a soy soylence? It's soy?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I've also come out with Soylets, which is soy
Soylets.
toilets.
That's right.
Now-
So every time you flush, that's soy milk going through?
yes.
Absolutely.
Now I drove around. I got to do a little a test drive of your soy car. That thing almost got me to where I was going before it fell apart.
That's right.
It fell apart.
Well, it does degrade as you're in
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So the first mile was a nice, comfy ride, right?
pretty comfortable.
It would have been a great ride, but the gophers got to you.
Yes. All of my
Animals
products, be careful.
flock
Gophers
to
can
this
smell. Gophers can smell soy like crazy. My fields are getting just ruined by underground gophers.
Yeah.
They're getting so bold. Some of these are overground gophers.
Well, I thought Rocky was a cartoon, but him and Bullwinkle were there, and I don't even know if he's a
squirrel.
He's a flying squirrel.
Yeah.
Well, this was right.
and he was like, "No, never mind. I'm getting out of here." Is what he
So
said.
come get your soy. Come down to the automotive class and come get your soy, or take your test
Yes.
drive. Not test drive, but driving test. Sam Weatherman.
Hello, Bill Cravey, basketball coach. Got a good team this year. Really
Bold-faced
looking
lie.
good.
You've never had a good team.
Well, this year is pretty good.
It's the same team
so
that
you
you've
have-
had for months.
You have good players this
Yeah.
year,
Okay,
but
so
I'm not sure the team is doing that well.
well, I think they're doing pretty well. We had to call last game. We gave in.
You gave
But
in.
at least it wasn't a forced loss.
Exactly. We gave in.
Chose to lose.
Well, I went out there. I told them, I was like, next inbounds, just throw up the white flag. So we put up the white flag. We lowered our heads in shame to the other team, and we let them have it.
You guys literally surrendered, right?
We surrendered. We
You
were
had to
treated.
go into their locker room and sort of get jailed.
Yes. They still have one of our boys, which we're negotiating with them now.
Now,
They
you're
have-
not supposed to negotiate with people.
Well, we came
basketball
out of the
teams?
gate.
You don't negotiate with basketball
We don't
players.
negotiate with visitors because we're home. They're visitors, of course. We don't negotiate with visitors. And they sent us a tape. I know they sent us a tape of them.
God.
You know when you dribble real hard down, or when you throw the ball down and you're angry and it just slams up in your face and makes you look like an idiot. They had him do that one time.
Wow.
And I was like, I cannot with this
And
basketball to
don't
the face.
tell me they sent you a video of them cutting off his jersey.
Yes, they did. They had him pull away his tearaway pants. But let me tell you this: they weren't tearaway pants; they were his jeans.
They were his jeans.
little jeans.
And did they cut? So they
I think they made little
I
slits.
was gonna say they made his jeans into tearaway jeans.
I think they made little
I'll
slits.
say, I think you went a little too far when you assassinated Coach Soleimani. I think that was an overreaction.
No.
The school expected retaliation, but
No.
you did not get clearance.
Yeah.
I don't need to check in with anybody
You have-
in the school
Yes, you
before
do.
I kill their assistant coach.
You have to check in.
He was a bad man.
You have to check in with the High School Athletic
I'll say
Association,
this.
Bill.
Coach Soleimani was a bad man who coached a lot of bad teams, but we can't just go in and murder him.
I went in and I did what I had to do. He was a bad man.
But
Do you
the-
know what he's done to the JV team? He wouldn't let them
Suicides.
protest.
He made him run
suicides.
gassers.
He made him run gassers.
But Bill,
Do you know what a gasser is? It's a suicide, but twice as many intervals.
Yeah,
So you
I
run
get
8
it.
feet, 16 feet to the line. Then you, in between the
24.
3-point and 24.
Then
It's
32.
a terrible.
Bill,
You're not
I'm
even
just
allowed
saying.
to do those anymore. That's in the
He
Geneva
had to
Convention.
go.
but I'll just tell you, we do
had to
not.
go.
We do not
You'll
need.
see it reflect in the vote. You'll
we-
see it reflect in my vote.
I'm just saying, we do not
You'll
need.
see. I had to take him out. It will reflect in my vote.
Bill,
it will get. It
you're
will
getting
get
us
people out.
into
It will get
another-
people out of their homes and vote for me for basketball team.
You are getting us into another expensive away game, Bill.
Okay, I guess you just want the away games to just run amok.
There's
so
enough
now-
problems at our home games, Bill. We don't need away games.
You're leaving fans over at these schools.
I am
in
an
harm's way.
imperialist coach. If
what-
these away games are out of control, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to put somebody in charge that I
You
want.
can't tell them what to serve in their concession stand, Bill.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
It's a disaster
You
over
can't
there.
tell- you
They're
can't-
serving tots. They serve tots. They serve fries. They serve
Too many
wedges.
potatoes.
Either tots, fries, or wedges.
Well, all three.
Well, all I'm saying is, if you're going to do this, you better not target the bathrooms or the bleachers. Okay,
right.
you cannot target.
Well, I'm a big
civilian
fan of the
sites.
bathroom. I am pro bathroom.
Okay.
I've always been pro bathroom.
All right.
Israel wink. I've always been pro bathroom.
But you never know what to do between the bathroom and the concession stand.
No, I do not. Well, the bathroom strip is a very tough part of
Right.
the
it's
visitors.
the part of the bathroom where there's no toilet, no sink, no dryer. It's just it's kind of a vestibule. We'll
It's
say.
a vestibule,
vestibule.
and I don't know whose it is.
Concessions wants it.
Concessions
Concessions
wants
wants
it.
it.
Bathrooms wants it.
Bathrooms wants it too.
So I'm
You're-
over there just to help.
And
But
you're
you'll see,
propo-
it'll be reflected in the vote. You'll see.
I just don't think allowing people from both sides to live in that zone. We can't have a line form. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
listen,
then you don't
everybody's
know what
got great ideas, but I'm the guy who's having to put them into play. And
This is
listen,
a-
I'll make mistakes.
And this is a
but
good
I'm
reminder.
trying.
November 2nd, come on out, vote for the new basketball coach. It's a 4-year position, and it's very important.
We got a long ways to go.
I am
until
tough
you-
on visitors. Okay?
Yikes.
I did notice that visitors coming into our gym now have a very rigorous screening process. It's really
Well, what do you want me to
unconstitutional.
do? What do you want me to do? I'm
You
doing the
should
best I
treat
can.
them like the people who are home
you just
home
want to have
team
open
fans.
You want to have open.
You should treat them like fans, Bill. That's all they are.
It is a public event.
So let anyone in without a ticket.
Not if they
let
have
anyone in.
That is a good point.
It's a
If they-
false equivalency. People aren't really coming in without tickets. They're all coming in. They're buying the tickets legally.
They're
Yeah.
taking our stands. They're taking our
The
stands.
stands were empty.
Yeah.
The
They're
stands were
taking our
empty.
stands. I want our fans at our stands. And they're taking our stands.
Our fans are disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen literally our fans? Obesity is a big problem with our fans.
Yeah, it's a huge problem. Our fans have the focus is all over the place.
And have you heard the things that they're screaming at the visitors fans when they're here?
It's really
It's disgusting, Bill.
disgusting. I hate our
You're,
fans.
you,
Well,
you are creating
lot of
a culture of intolerance.
School
in
pride
the
is
basketball
tearing
gym.
this place apart.
Yeah.
Some of our fans are good. The fans on the left coast and the right coast.
They are.
But the fans
On
in
the
the
opposite
middle
end
are
of the
out of
gym.
their minds.
They're out of their damn
In the
minds.
past.
Yeah,
But listen, those are mine for the taking, and I'm going to be voted basketball coach.
Is it true
You
that you want to go back to the 50s and get rid of the 3-point line?
Yes, I do. make the 3-point line gone again. I've always said that, and it's too big for my hats, so I'm reworking the slogan. Make the 3-point gone again. Give me them tiny shorts and give me the Converses back.
Well, the old slobs know Bill's run for some elections before, lunatic in the lighthouse.
And he's a winner.
And he's a winner now. He's obviously that ended poorly. Everyone got assassinated.
And I don't.
Everybody got
we
assassinated.
all went to hell. Old slobs know.
I just think that there's a lot of issues with your platform, Bill. And I'll tell you this.
And your platforms.
I got to be tall.
I've been known
I have to be a tallest candidate out there. So I put on my De Niro shoes. De Niro in the.
Oh, that picture of you and Pacino.
I'm towering over Pacino.
I'll just say this, Bill. I've been known to jump into an election here or there, and if things don't start looking better,
Well, you
out there-
lost to a damn dachshund. It's humiliating.
Well, that was a different time, and I've grown a
Wow,
lot since
Howard,
then.
do you
And
think you wanted to throw your hat in the coaching ring?
I'm saying there's not a lot else going on for
well,
me.
you
at the school
are a
these days.
billionaire. You should come on and bring your
With
billionaire
my own money.
bullshit into
I might
this.
go in there. I won't take a.
Bring your shit into
I won't
this.
take a dime from anybody else, and I might run for basketball coach.
I've always
I
said-
played when I was a kid.
Yeah, you did play when
I
you were a
did play
kid.
when I was a kid.
Well, hey, I'm interested in hearing how this shapes up.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this. I look at this as an opportunity to finally make my dad proud, because he was not proud of me when I played when I was a kid. So maybe becoming a coach and making the team successful will sort of bring.
Why
him
do you
back
want to be a
around.
basketball coach all of a sudden?
I
I
feel
saw
like
you
it's-
talking to some Russian guys last week. Why are you all of a sudden entering this race?
who Parnas?
Yeah, I saw you talking to Parnas.
I wasn't talking to Parnas. Man.
Parnas is looking awesome, by the way.
Parnas
Parnas had work done,
Oh,
right?
Parnas had work done. He looks great.
Yeah, I think so.
Parnas knew he was going to be on the public stage, and he went to work.
Yeah. Didn't he say, give me the Buscemi?
Who is the most trusted American? Give me the Buscemi.
Yeah, I don't anything. If you have evidence that I've been hanging out with Parnas, it's not true. It's fake. It's fake news.
God.
And I don't think if it's pictures, they're fake. If it's emails,
You think
he
just
doctored
because
them.
you have money, you can coach the basketball team? I've been a coach for years. You don't understand how difficult. I got things done. I get things done.
Howard, I mean, you famously were the only player to get dunked 400 times
I did get dunked.
As a basketball.
Yeah.
when you were a kid.
Yeah.
It's it just might not be your skill.
I will roll that tape.
Don't
I will roll that tape
don't
at the debate.
no, you don't. That tape is misleading.
Well, let's just save it for the mini about the debate about the basketball team.
That's right.
Okay, save it for the mini.
I mean, speaking of getting work done and all that, things are going well with my play. I'm incorporating some of the technology from The Irishman, so I'm going to be much younger in the play.
No, this is a lot. You figured out how to use that technology live.
Well, it's mostly makeup stuff and
distance.
instant Botox and distance.
Yeah, you have the audience,
The audience
really
is
far
pretty
back.
far back. Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
I mean, so far there hasn't been a clear rendering, but there has been a lot of you rehearsing with green balls all over your face.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on that technology, and so I got I'm doing the whole Andy Serkis. I got green balls all
Right.
over my face.
And you said you get instant Botox?
Instant Botox.
That's every time before you walk out on stage because it doesn't take?
Yeah, backstage, you know how they'll do like a last minute powdering and all
Yeah.
that. They just throw quick
Yeah.
Botox in there.
Yeah,
tighten
I've
me
heard,
up
like-
a little. Yeah.
I've heard that as soon as they put it in, you pee it out. Your body just rejects
Your
it.
body's so used to having toxins in it that it just gets rid of them immediately.
Yeah, it knows what to do. So I'm peeing out Botox, right? But so now we've connected one of those little like stadium buddies to me. So I'll just do the Botox into that.
Oh, good.
Go off stage, and
Stadium
yeah,
buddies.
the play.
Have you guys used the stadium enemy?
That's.
Enemy? I don't know.
Enema.
I have. It's great because when you're at the game and you need an enema, but you're not going to be home for a few hours.
A classic story. We've all been
Classic.
there.
Tale as
You're
old as
sitting in
time.
this hard plastic chair and you're like, God, my butt is backed up.
Right.
I just need a hose in
My
there.
butt
Yes.
specifically is backed up.
There
yeah.
you go.
And so then you get the Stadium Enemy, and which is our sponsor.
Sponsor this week, the Stadium Enemy. In your seat, but need some relief? Take a shit.
Yes.
With the Stadium Enemy.
right, thanks.
That
Stadium
stays
Hour.
in, folks.
Yeah,
That
that's
stays in.
really good, concise copy.
All that stays in.
Yeah.
And look forward to percentile. You'll know it when you hear it. It's staying in. It's staying in.
Well, what were we talking
Who was
about?
that? Somebody just walked by. We had to
Who
be
was that?
quiet. Okay, we should tell them. We should tell them who we were being quiet for.
We should tell the audience. Who
They're
we're
on
quiet
to
for.
us. Oh my God. The school is on to us.
The school. Okay, between you and us, we are not allowed to be doing this podcast.
Just found out.
And so we try to keep it quiet. We try to record it off hours. But a school representative just walked by.
Yes.
So if you're listening to the podcast, we need you to advertise it. Tell your friends, but don't tell them what it is.
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
can't let word get out
Yeah,
about us
it needs to
doing
be
this
very
podcast.
like
Yes.
when you describe it. Maybe you can tweet it, and say and describe the show, but without really any real specifics. Just like
Yes.
sort of how the feeling of the show.
Yeah.
And if you are
whatever
going to
it feels
describe it, if you could just block Braden, the lead AV kid at the school.
This kid.
We're using all of the school's equipment, and he has been hounding for it,
He
but
is
doesn't know where it is.
Up our asses about getting this equipment back. He's like, I'm
Yes.
trying to make a student film so that I can get into film school. And it's like, shut up.
Hey, buddy,
current-
podcasting is not a film.
We've just, we hate this, but we've just sold his identity to the black market. It should run its course soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully
He should be in debtor's prison
or
soon.
debtor's prison.
Debtor's prison off the coast of Long Island at Debtor's prison.
It's a real place.
This episode sponsored by Long Island Debtors Prison. Got
Right.
debt and want to be free? Too bad. Long Island Debtors Prison.
We got you,
Do you
baby.
have you gone unpaid at 24-hour fitness for the last 4 years and you want to call it even? Spend 2 months at debtor's prison. You'll do work there and they will pay off your debt for you.
That's
It's
right.
a cool place.
It's just like a real prison. It sucks to be there, but you won't owe people money at the end, and it's better than
Yeah.
declaring bankruptcy.
And we are going to be talking in these hushed tones for the next 3 minutes.
Because we're nice and we're serious.
This is actually, honestly, this is what I kind of wanted out of this episode. Just a nice,
Right.
relaxing, quiet time with my buddies. Just, maybe take a moment to just like breathe in, breathe out.
Well, yeah, we do need to take a moment to chill out before we have a very tough election cycle.
Yeah. You know what, everybody? Let's all remember things seem to be tougher and crazier every day. To take some time to just breathe if you're sitting in
Yes.
traffic or you're scrolling through that phone. Breathe a little, loosen up those shoulders,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just remember that none of it matters.
Right.
Everything is going to be fine. You're whole just the way you are. You don't need anything outside of yourself. Sometimes you're miserable, and that part's okay too. And sometimes you want to burn it all down. That part's also okay.
Just do 1 minute of breathing in the morning and it will change your whole brain.
That's all it takes. We do 1 minute of breathing every morning, and then we stop for the rest
Stop
of the day.
breathing the rest of
And
the
I would say it has changed my brain a little bit.
Some of my brain has died from
Yeah.
holding my breath all day.
But simply 1 minute of breathing in the morning, and that's all you need.
Then you can hold your breath for the other 23 hours and 59 minutes of the day. Just that 1 minute to check in with your own self.
1 minute of presence a day, you're good to go.
Hold your fucking breath.
You know what, guys? I think I have to take a piss. Can we take a little break?
Let's
Now,
take a
piss is what we are calling breaks, just so everyone knows. If we say we have to take a piss, it's just a small break.
Yeah, but I do have to pee during the piss.
Right.
So let's take a quick piss so you can pee.
We'll see you back here after a laborious break.
And I have a feeling there's going to be a big energy shift when we come back.
All right, folks. Thanks so much for sticking it out through the break. Really appreciate it as always. And we're really excited
We
today.
really appreciate it.
We know it's a long sit.
Yeah, sometimes it can be a long sit, and we appreciate you, hitting the 30-second skip forward button on your iTunes. But yeah, we're really excited today. I guess we're excited. Honestly,
Here she comes.
Yeah, she's coming. We got Mrs. Glass here. She's been here every day this week, and we decided to just bring her into the lounge.
Hi, Mrs.
Hey,
Glass.
Mrs. Glass, how are you?
Glass.
Where is my boy?
He's it's 1 p.m. So I think he's in 5th period.
Yeah.
He's in 5th period?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where did you see him last?
I saw him last 8 a.m. this morning. He walked out of my house because you coaxed him with your witchcraft or whatever you do
He
here.
got on the bus. Sam Glass, your son,
Sam Glass got on, and you knew. See, you knew. You did it.
I do know that Sam got on the bus this morning because he does every day.
I'm writing this down. This is evidence.
This isn't evidence.
This is
She's
evidence.
Connecting Howard's face with a red string to bus.
Miss Glass, you do this pretty much every day.
Yes.
You
you kidnap my son every day.
it's not a kidnapping.
He comes to public school.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Wild, wild country. Call it whatever you want. But you're kidnapping my son every day for 180 days out of the year.
Look,
I mean, we know this can be tough for a mother.
Right.
Who has grown up the first 4 years of their child's life. They have them all to themselves.
How did you know that?
Well, all mothers
red
have their
string
child to
to
themselves
me
for
and-
4 years. Everybody knows that.
Everybody, you get to hog them.
Yeah.
You're a baby hog for 4 years.
How did
But
you know
gotta
my nickname for myself?
baby hog.
You're like, pass me the baby, baby hog. Like Jesus.
I'm Mrs. Glass connecting Bill's face to a hog. I don't think you're
Big spool of red yarn.
Yeah.
Every day comes with a big spool of
This
red
is
yarn.
all a big conspiracy here in Hamilton County. You're taking all our boys and you're saddling them up to do God knows what in this hellhole.
We're not doing anything, Miss Glass. Now, I feel like this gets explained to you very frequently.
Yeah, it feels like you've watched one cult documentary and now you think that's what the school is.
How did you know?
Oh, so that's the thing.
None of us
face
are the
getting
Bhagwan.
connected to Bhagwan.
Okay, so I'm Bhagwan now. Okay. Fine.
At least you're not hog.
I could be Hogwan, I
Hogwan.
guess.
Hogwan.
Hogwan!
No, I'm not.
I was wondering who's the hog one. You're the hog one.
Look, Mrs. Glass.
What?
Hogwan. Let's talk about Hogwan for a half hour.
We have tried
What
to...
does he ride in instead of a Rolls Royce?
Mud.
Todd, mud. Okay.
Ah, you ride in on a big wave of mud like a cool surfer.
Hogwan is cool.
Okay, Hogwan might
Okay,
be
I don't
cool.
mind being Hogwan.
All right,
Hogwan
hang bacon, Hogwan.
Hogwan is cool, but that
Hang Pigpen.
Look, okay, Mrs. Glass.
What?
We have tried to explain this to you in so many ways.
You are so out of breath.
Right? You got face to face with me when I said your name. Every child, the majority of them, goes to public or private school until they're 18 and then goes off to college.
You don't think we're fighting every day against that? This fucked up system you've got of luring our kids in a big van,
It's-
big unmarked van that says school,
so it is marked.
That's
That
a
is
mark.
big yellow unmarked van that says
And with some a little more public funding, we'll get it to say Hamilton High School. Right now,
Dear
it just says
God,
school on it.
right in the open. They say Trump commits his crimes in the open. You're doing the same.
Okay,
This is not
yeah.
a crime, Mrs. Glass. I mean, I don't know how much clearer we can make it. So what happens is every morning at 8 o'clock, the school bus, it is not an unmarked van, it is a school bus, a very well-known mode of transportation for children that take them from their house to the school.
Take.
Okay.
Steal.
You're queuing in on the wrong word.
Yeah, and you can't
Damn,
take
that
you
would
can't
hold
do
up
word
in court.
association. Word association isn't evidence, okay? Just because I said take and
Steal.
you said no, it's different.
Okay, Miss Glass putting a red line between take and steal. I don't know
But
what that's going
what
to
do you
accomplish.
Okay, there's a
In the
little synonym
dictionary.
column.
Your
Little
son
synonym
gets
column.
home every day at 3:45.
Yeah.
He does, so, and
And he's all sorts of crazy.
what is different about him that you think that we are indoctrinating him?
He stays in my house and he knows nothing. He comes back and he's talking about all sorts of stuff that I've never told him about. He told me things about the world wars, and I said, I didn't fill your mind with that crap. Where are you getting this?
That's standard history.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
why
his
is that?
kidnappers are giving him an education.
I don't know what the hell you call it. I don't know what you call it. You're teaching him about his private parts and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
You should too, Mrs.
should too,
Glass.
Mrs.
I would never.
Look,
You
Miss-
gotta tell him about his privates.
Mrs. Glass, it feels like you're a little bit insecure that your son is getting smarter than you.
He's what?
He's learning things at school. This is not an unsafe place. We've all learned through school.
He now knows that when you simply disappear from your vision, you aren't gone for good.
And I didn't teach him that.
Well, Mrs.
He should not know that.
Mrs. Glass, let me ask you: when you were from the ages of 5 to 18,
Yes, before when your mom had
after your
Well, my
mom,
mom hogged me.
after your mom hogged you,
As she should.
what did you do from the hours of 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day when you were 5 years old to 18?
I was privileged enough to not be kidnapped from my home every day. So I sat like a good little egg in my house and waited for my parents to return home from work.
So you just sat at home.
You were
Sat like an egg?
Yes.
That means you did nothing.
Yes, I did nothing. Is that what you call not being kidnapped? The inverse of being kidnapped is doing nothing? Wow.
It also sounds more like kidnapping than what's happening
Yeah.
to your son. You sat in the same spot.
Yeah, I sat in the
Something?
basement. I was chained to a wall.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
be getting clearer here, Mrs. Glass.
And we know this story. We know this.
Yes.
We've been through this.
How do you know?
Because, Miss Glass, you're always yelling about it when people start questioning you on why do you think this. You talk about, you were roomed. You were movie room.
Yeah, movie room.
Like the movie Room is what I'm
That's
assuming.
what
you
I
meant?
mean.
That's a movie I've shown my son time and time again. I said, this is good.
This is how it's
Don't
supposed
show
to be.
him that.
Why?
Because that's a tough movie for a child.
Instead of showing him that movie, you should be talking to him about his privates.
yeah.
I would
Glass.
never.
You should show
Nobody-
him boyhood.
He should be as confused as I was when I had him.
Look, Mrs. Glass, now we know that you're married to Mr. Glass. He is also leaving the house for 9 to 10 hours a day. He works at that construction site.
Which is
Yeah.
very dangerous for him.
Very dangerous.
Very dangerous. And then at night, he hosts a radio show.
Yes. Yes, and okay, I'm sorry. I'll complain about the second kidnapping happened in my life, which is this construction company that kidnaps my husband for months at a time to build homes.
No.
And then his radio DJ job that kidnaps him for between the hours of 10 p.m. and 3 a.m.
So he is a mix between Mr. Glass from that movie and Ira Glass from...
You know him?
yeah, of
First
course.
class.
Mr. Glass from Unbreakable.
Shyamalan. He's got very brittle bones.
So he's Sam Jackson in a wheelchair and Ira Glass. Your husband is.
Yes. What is the problem?
I think your life may just be crazy.
Oh, it's so crazy to stay at home chained to a wall. And yet it's not crazy to pick up a whole horde of kids and shovel them through various crazy obstacles at school. Math, science, reading,
These are
gym
standard
class.
school subjects.
Mrs. Glass, look, we're not going to convince you that we're not kidnapping him, but we do have to tell you, you got to stop sending him to school with little, like, shivs in his lunch to try to escape.
Yeah.
Little
I wanted him
spoons.
to have all the tools possible to escape.
Well, look, he shivved a kid a couple days ago,
Good.
all right?
I told them to get in a single file line, and he put me in a figure 4.
Good. You were brainwashing him. Stand in a certain shape. He doesn't know shapes. At least I haven't taught him.
He does know shapes. God
damn
Yeah, the shape of his private is long and straight.
Mrs. Glass,
Which I taught
Everybody
him.
knows that shape, long and straight.
Long and straight.
And skinny.
Very good.
Do you know shapes, Miss Glass?
Huh?
Do you know shapes?
egg.
Egg.
Well, knowing the word egg isn't exactly knowing shapes, but yeah, I guess an egg.
Carton. Fridge.
Okay.
Okay, those are things that have shapes, I
Plate.
guess. Yeah.
What was the last
So
one?
it's every
Plate.
shape you know has to do with eating an egg or keeping it.
I also know chains, handcuffs.
Okay.
Okay.
I know.
These aren't shapes, really. They're objects. But listen, Mrs. Glass, you have to understand something. I know this is
You
gonna...
have to.
You
What?
have to, because if you don't understand this, your son is never going to learn about his private.
Your son, I don't know how, but your son is incredibly gifted. Okay? He
Yes.
is in the 95th percentile in math, reading, and all sciences. He's doing incredibly well.
STEM.
Yeah, he's this
Really
you're-
quickly, have you guys gone to my tile store percentile?
Absolutely.
Has it been
Well,
good, or
it's
is there
tough.
enough tile for your job usually?
I
or-
can only usually get about 75% of what I need.
Okay.
You never quite have a full stock.
Okay. So give them the full order.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
but
that
then
shouldn't
you're
be
gonna
a
have to
percent.
change the name.
It shouldn't be a percent
That's
of time.
true.
It should
But
be-
I love the name.
Could you
I
up
wanna
it
keep the
to
name.
100 percentile?
I could.
Because right now it's only 65th percentile.
Right. Okay. So that's part of the name. 65th
Yeah.
percentile.
Let's
yeah.
move forward.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, Miss Glass, is
What?
you are the only thing standing in the way between your son being like you, a shut-in who is frustrated by everything.
I'm not frustrated by anything.
You see, your energy says
That
the
response
opposite.
was-
Threw a Rubik's cube and hit it off my forehead.
What the hell was that?
You
That
did
was-
it.
It's a cube.
It's a bunch of squares.
Yes. Okay. So,
So
she
you-
knows.
So she
that.
knows
That's
squares.
Yeah, square like sugar.
Okay, please don't
That's
tell me
cute.
that's how you eat your eggs.
Yeah, squares.
Square like sugar.
So you put sugar on top of your own head as you sit like an egg and you eat your hair? What are,
Are
you
you
doing?
watching me and my son eat our breakfast?
You eat your hair. You eat your hair.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, look, Mrs. Glass. I am so sorry the trauma you've suffered for your entire life of being chained to what's
Yes,
the word?
radiator.
Whoa.
Like in Black Snake Moan, another Sam Jackson movie.
It
But
is devastating.
it's very devastating.
Yeah.
But we now know that happened, and we're trying to move forward with you. and-
Yes, so give me my son back.
You know what? You can have him.
Yeah.
Look, why don't you go to the office now? They'll call him down and you can take him home. You can see that he's not captive here. He's just attending.
Well, let's not let you just take him away just yet,
Yeah,
because
I
he's
think
in the
I'm
he's in the
scared.
play I'm working on right now.
And
He's-
I'm scared of what would happen if we honestly, if
That
we
too.
let Sam
That too.
go home. I'm scared of what would happen to this child.
Yes, and
because
I mean,
as I
like,
said,
he does
now
bring
you
up
know
the great.
how I feel. Every morning when the bus comes to kidnap him, I say to myself in the mirror, I say, I'm scared about what's going to happen to him today.
I'll tell you, the more you talk about it, the more it does sound like we're kidnapped.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
he can't leave.
yeah.
I need him to bring up the
is what
grade
I'm-
average for the team.
This is what I'm
Yes.
saying. You need him. You've put him in a play.
Yes.
He has to play your little sick games, your sexual role play.
Oh, have you
It's-
seen Todd's play?
So you've seen my play.
Sick sexual play is what you're calling it, tentatively.
it's a play off of Six Semper Tyrannis, the Latin
Sick
phrase.
sexual tyrannus.
Six sexual tyrannus.
And it's about a dinosaur?
It's a dinosaur that kills Lincoln.
Who?
Abraham Lincoln. You must know. Look at the penny. Look at that. See that
Right.
penny right there?
Yeah,
The one-
Brown.
Pterodactyl Wilkes Booth. Is that it?
Oh, him I know.
It's interesting too that as we know from last week, Abe Lincoln is actually back, and he's actually planning on being in the play.
Yes,
the
Abe Lincoln's
slobs
back.
will know. Abe Lincoln's back playing on the basketball team. How did that happen again?
Time travel.
Time travel. But anyway,
travel.
we don't need to get into it. It's
Look,
a passing detail.
Mrs. Glass.
What?
What would you say to maybe enrolling in school here and just seeing what it's like for your son? Because you've never gone through a school program. Great idea, right?
This is a really good, crazy idea.
And maybe
Why don't you just enroll?
you see,
Or be a teacher's assistant. We need those as well.
You
Yeah.
want me to help you kidnap kids?
in a way,
Sure.
yes,
If your method of understanding is calling it that, and we get you here to see what's actually
We
going
just-
on, I think that's okay.
We're tired of you and that all the people from that Facebook group you're in showing up at school and trying to find your kid.
Yeah, the resistance is
Yes,
here.
you and
You
the
know-
resistance.
Maybe Mrs. Glass has got a point. Maybe we need some like outside oversight. You know, I mean, we're the only ones who think what we're
Right.
doing is normal.
There's no
right?
like checks and balances for
Yeah,
school.
maybe we need you here to be like, everything is above
Yeah,
board.
how about that? How about this? Tomorrow morning, when Sam goes to get on the bus,
Yeah.
why don't you get
Not
on
me.
the bus?
I don't take
No,
the bus.
No.
I run to work.
yes.
But why don't you
Because you're
get
scared.
Exactly.
See?
Of cars. I'm
You
scared of all the
definitely
cars.
don't get on the bus and drag a dummy that's dressed like you and try to make it run like
No, no, that's me running,
yeah, like
showing
a
off
bad
my physical
marionette puppet.
prowess. Yeah.
I'm just, how about this? But Miss Glass, why don't you get on the bus with your son tomorrow? You come into school and you can follow him for a full day. We'll let you shadow your son for a day.
And guess what? I think you're going to learn a little bit about your privates.
No, I don't want to.
I don't understand how you've gotten through your life not knowing a thing about your privates. Because
Whether you know what they are or
Yeah.
not, they're
Everything's
going to
a
touch
surprise.
something, and you're going to be like, "What is that?"
Well,
gonna
we all know seventh period privates. And a lot of people are trying to get us to cancel that class. But
No,
Well, it's the
you
last
can
thing.
pick it all you want.
It's the last
We're not-
thing we have kids do every day before they go home from school.
That's right, your last
is
class
look
of
at privates. Every kid in the school looks at privates
Touch
for an
your
hour,
private.
and then we send them into the world.
Yeah, it's crazy you do like a practical lesson in a class.
it's incredibly practical.
Well, people used to
It's-
use the
it's
whole
very
banana,
hands-on.
you know, the condom over the banana.
Right.
We use a cadaver penis.
Yes, and sometimes we'll do banana over your dick.
That's
Right.
right.
Peel.
Sometimes peel over.
Peel over.
We'll do peel overs.
I'm starting to think that I am going to join the resistance. When you the more I think about it, we put the kids in class, we tell them not to talk.
Yes.
We make them ask if they can go to the bathroom.
can't
Yes.
chew gum.
Can't you? Yeah, well, they can.
My
That's
boy
huge.
can't chew his gum.
You send them to school with so much gum.
I
I don't
give him all
like
the
your
gum we
homemade
have.
gum, by the way.
Why?
It's too
Harry?
airy.
Excuse me, that's what's nice.
I'm not sure it's gum. It might just be little balls of hair.
It might be, but my son deserves to eat it if he wants.
I guess so.
Can't argue with that. Everyone deserves to do whatever they want.
All right,
That is
when's
true.
the first resistance meeting or the next one? I'm
It is
interested.
every night,
Okay,
and it's in my basement.
Okay.
I'll be there.
God.
I'll
How
be
do
there.
you-
We don't all
lead
have
the
to wear a
meeting.
chain.
Huh?
Yeah.
We don't all have to go in your basement and wear a chain, do
Well,
we?
yeah, I don't want you leaving in the middle of the meeting.
Hold on.
Okay.
What do we learn down there?
What do you learn?
Yeah.
Well, we learned that all the conspiracies going on in this district.
Okay, so can you tell me what you came in here eating an apple and you ate it all?
Yeah, of course, them.
You ate the whole thing.
Sticker,
Where
sticker.
is that
Sticker.
apple right now?
The apple?
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
apple.
guess it's in my neck.
Okay. It's not in your
Aren't you
neck.
the ones that purport to teach everybody about the
Okay, I'm just like
Well,
testing your object
what I'll say.
permanence
Yeah.
here. If you
Miss
thought maybe
Glass
the
doing
apple
a red
was
line
kidnapped.
between apple and neck.
As a biology teacher, I'll tell you that
You
is
have all
actually
these
not where the
pictures
apple
already.
is.
You had an apple and a neck picture just right there in your little
You never know.
And her
Listen,
neck
accordion
pic-
folder.
a good
She's got a-
detective knows everything's a clue.
Right, and this is the biggest board I've ever seen. There's a picture of what I would say everything.
Yes.
That is a picture. You
Yeah.
have a picture
Thank
of
you.
everything on this
You're
board.
welcome.
Thank you.
No, it's
You're
not really a
welcome.
compliment. It's.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say, as a biology teacher, I will tell
Kidnapper.
you that you eating that apple, the apple is not in your neck. It goes down.
I don't know. There's her neck does look like a snake's body right now. It is like
Big
pretty-
ol'
there's a-
rat.
There's a big protruding apple shape.
But I think that might.
Sorry
be,
to deny you. Sorry.
To me, she looks exactly like a snake.
Okay.
Thank
Sorry, Howard. Good luck now. What you
Howard-
said ain't true,
Howard,
man.
you're the unusual one now.
Where do you,
Why didn't
Howard,
you see the big ball,
where
Howard?
do you think the apple went
Well,
besides my neck?
if in our
Big, she's
if,
doing big air quotes there.
if in this universe biology is the same as it is everywhere else, that apple travels down your esophagus into your stomach, where it's broken down by your sort of stomach's acids.
Okay, well,
Oh, really?
I
Your
didn't,
apple goes to where the babies are?
Not-
Okay, idiot.
right,
Interesting. Okay, then why aren't they fighting?
Wait,
Why
what?
aren't the babies
What?
fighting for the apples?
Yeah, huh?
You don't have babies inside of you right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
because the apple ate it. What the hell are you
This
talking
is
about?
offensive, Howard.
No, hang on.
He
I was
doesn't
Mrs.
believe
Glass.
life begins at conception.
big time kidnapper over here.
Wait, no. I'm just giving you the biology of how your body works, okay?
Red line from Howard to biology.
No, yeah, okay, yeah.
Howard.
I would love to go from yeah.
thing.
Howard
Yeah.
makes the conspiracy board.
Yeah. I'm
Howard.
connecting myself to biology on
Oh, don't
my
connect me to
conspiracy
that
book.
hog immediately.
Well, it's already
Hey,
You're
man,
getting
that's not
connected
so
to-
bad.
You're getting
Hey,
connected
you're
to
right.
the hog one right now.
Hogwan. What else we got?
now.
Who are his followers? Piglets.
I I guess so. Probably. He probably calls them piglets. I'm
Sex
just
pigs.
trying to
Or
explain
sex
to you
pigs.
in the simplest terms how you're wrong. It's just that there's so much else going on than just an apple. You eat it and it goes to your neck. There's so much. A lot of things happen that you don't see. Is the thing I'm trying to say.
No, everything
Okay.
I see.
Well, I saw you going pretty mad outside the Cineplex the other day. What was happening there?
Going mad?
Going mad.
You were going mad outside the Cineplex. What
Yeah,
was
because
that?
they took all my ideas.
They kidnapped your ideas.
Yes. They
Okay.
took all my thoughts and I said, that's my idea.
This I can relate to. I'm always saying that when I say I am with Mrs. Glass. Howard,
Thank you.
babies don't get eaten by apples in your stomach.
I never said
Step
that.
one.
And movies are always taking me and Mrs. Glass's ideas.
Absolutely. I thought, this is robbery. It's a highway robbery. You took room. Hello.
Hello,
Yeah.
you were kidnapped for a while. That's
Hello?
your idea.
Knock, knock, knock. My idea.
Who are you? Whose door are you knocking
Knock,
on?
knock. Who's there? My idea. Hello.
Okay.
Your ideas.
Hello, Howard.
I'm going to chain myself to this wall here. I'm with Mrs. Glass.
Oh, guys,
Come on.
I think she is
Hashtag
working some
resistance.
kind of crazy brainwashing technique on you guys. Okay?
Oh, as if you're not doing that to my boy.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're trying to teach her boy all about your, by the way, liberal privates.
By the
What
way,
are you talking about?
Your
Liberal-
privates. You
You're-
need to have a less slanted privates class.
What are you talking
Your
about?
let's
Yeah,
just say
you
your
can put
privates
this
class
private-
leans a little left.
Yeah.
I've seen it, yes.
It curves left, your privates class.
Okay.
And there's good arguments on both sides. You
That's
know,
right.
some people have private parts, some people don't wish to acknowledge them, and you should honor both of those.
Are you
You
saying
said you can put your private anywhere?
I did not say that.
That's what yes, you did. I'm denying you.
Big streak from Howard
And
the
I'm
pervert.
denying you back. I did
denied.
not. I never said
Denied.
that you can put your privates anywhere.
That is
Those words never
disgusting.
came out of my mouth, Mrs. Glass.
I bet you're a Biden
you know what?
man.
I'm
No.
with Mrs. Glass. That's disgusting.
I
I'm
never
chaining
said
myself to the radiator.
Thank you.
Denied.
No, I never said those words. Those words have never come out of my mouth. I've never put my privates on anything or in anything.
Admit it. Your privates lean left.
What does that mean? You're saying my privates lean left. What does that
We're
mean?
meaning
My
literally,
balls believe in trickle down economics in my
Interesting.
class.
So
just so you know.
So you're
My pee believes in trickle down my pants.
Same idea. Same idea. You pee at the top of the pants, but it makes it all the way
And
down to
that's
the
why
left.
Reagan was a genius.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, hashtag resistance.
No.
Well, there's good arguments on both sides.
Absolutely.
tell us
on
what-
all sides.
All sides.
Tell
All
us
sides of
what
the plate.
you teach in your privates class, and we'll see if it leans left.
I don't teach anything. I
Wow,
like
he
the
admits
left.
it.
Oh, so you just are there
Finally.
no rules?
no, I don't.
Oh, the whole thing is regulated.
It's information. It's not. There's no slant. There's no bias.
We
in,
have to have some regulation,
Information is
Howard.
slick. My son comes home and he's like, "Wow, Mom, I learned how to take good care of my hair." And I said, "That's messed up.
Oh, that is messed up.
You should have the
all
ability
know-
to not take care of yourself."
Second period hair class.
Hair. Thankfully, the vote went through. We got hair.
We got rid of music.
Good.
And we got rid of some of math for hair and privates.
And I go in there to show what real hair looks like
Yeah,
because
well.
I have real long hair that grows if I let it.
and it's green and patchy.
yes.
Now, Mrs. Glass.
What?
We've got an argument on Howard's side. He teaches nothing. What would you teach in private's class?
I would say everybody is allowed to know nothing.
Wow.
The freedom to know nothing is a
Okay.
right we don't exercise enough.
Kind of
right.
libertarian. If your dick wants to take drugs, let it. It's not up to me.
And I will go as far
regulate.
as say you need to know what that is.
And,
I like this private class.
all right. Oh, getting out the handcuffs.
Viva
Yeah,
la resistance!
Thank you.
This radiator is hot.
Yes.
Guys,
Now, what do we believe? What do we believe? I hate the school. I believe they're kidnapping our children.
Yes,
What
yes.
do we want instead?
How do
wanna-
we want it? What do we want? How do we want it?
Now.
Nothing. No.
We want nothing now. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Quit
All right.
giving us stuff.
No, I feel like this is a bad way forward for the kids in this world. Okay,
Kill
guys?
yourself, Howard, on air.
No,
Right
I'm,
now.
No, I'm
Actually, that's a good idea.
not. I'm not gonna fall for this again.
Do
okay?
a Christine, Howard. Do a Christine.
No, I'm not gonna do.
Christine.
I will never kill myself. I've
Yeah,
got
right.
Doth.
Well, the odds in Vegas say otherwise.
Yeah, Vegas just put up the odds to kill yourself.
yeah. Vegas says you're going to shoot yourself in the head by end of day.
I refuse.
EOD. Wow.
EOD.
Bet on
bullet.
Bet
through the
against
head.
it. Bet against it, kids, if you want to make money, okay? Bet against I'm not going to kill myself, okay?
I'm with Mrs. Glass. That's actually a really good idea.
I think so too. Finally, some sense.
Nah, why?
Well, all right, Mrs.
That's not
Glass.
fair.
So,
What?
resistance-wise, are we making signs? How are we getting the word out about this?
I say everyone does whatever they want, and
Love
we
it.
don't confer.
So really quickly, I want our resistance. Well, actually, I want our resistance to be as spread possibly,
Yeah.
ideals wise.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of us are resisting the kidnapping of children.
Yes.
And a few of
School.
us are, resisting a left-leaning
private
private
class.
class.
And I'm resisting vegetables
Yes.
in school.
All right, so we don't have a clear message. That's good. That's a good place to start.
Because if you believe in nothing, you can stand for everything.
That's
Oh,
right.
yes.
That's
And that's good.
Gandhi.
Who?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're just testing. We keep saying this word to see if somebody knows it. We don't.
You almost got her, Todd. Almost.
I think I'm
Anyone, Gandhi?
What is that? What is that? People keep saying that.
Stop yelling at me!
guys. I feel like we're going down a really dark path.
I
here,
agree.
okay?
You're going down a dark path.
No, we're all included in this.
No, yes.
In fact, I think I'm the only one who's headed towards the light. It feels like you guys are headed into the some real darkness here, okay? In fact, literally, you're agreeing to go into Mrs. Glass's basement
Yes.
and handcuff yourselves to a radiator, a wall, or whatever
Yes.
the hell's down
Oh,
there.
it's so different from school. I said
So
it like that.
different.
I said
Oh,
it
so
like
So
different.
different.
Oh.
Howard, you said that your privates class your privates haven't changed position in over 40 years. Is that true?
You have to adapt with the times. Your privates need
You
to.
need to change their
Change.
position.
It's a
Reed,
different-
you got to give it a little shakeout, you know?
It's a very different landscape down there than it was 40 years ago.
Yeah, you can't say the same things to your privates you could have said 40 years ago.
That's absolutely right. You can't call your privates the names you called it.
I've
Things are
never
different
said it.
now.
I don't care what evidence you say you have. I've never said anything bad
Well,
or
let's
wrong
play
about
the tape.
Oh, we got him.
No.
Play the tape.
There's a tape of me saying something bad about my privates?
Yeah, but don't hit any of the late night hosts button like we did last week.
I have to do. I have to
Hit
play
play.
another tape of me.
Yep.
Okay? Jeez.
Well, you don't have to. You can deny it.
No.
Denial.
Is there?
Our first on-air denial because he's scared.
First one. The first denial.
No, we can play it. We can play the tape.
All right.
I'm not scared of what I used to say.
You're not a
Play.
scared.
I'm not scared of what I said
You're
back
not
then.
a scared.
He's not a terrified
I'm not
Italian.
scared. I'm not scared. Let's play it.
Play.
Wow, Dick. I think you deserve to get paid more than a vagina.
Oh my God! Pause.
So
Wow.
that was one of our ideals.
That.
So you did flip
What?
flop,
You believe that?
huh?
Was that
well,
the,
yeah,
what the
my
resistance
private's
believes?
Well, no, my private's class leans right,
Oh, so you did.
but I'm part of the resistance.
This is going to be hard
And
for me to
I,
track.
and I,
This is confusing.
and I believe in everything.
Yes.
What is he
Yes.
supposed to do on the tape?
Who knows?
I'll shut up.
Let's just play the next clip and see what happens.
Is there more? I don't
Well,
know.
it exists.
I don't know. Do you want to deny it?
And play.
Pretty good that there's so much homeless privates out there. I hate this. I hate this.
But
Delete we're
well, no,
deleting.
you've changed.
We're erasing. I have changed.
You're like Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, interesting.
Right?
I have. I guess when I was younger, I had some pretty bad ideas about privates.
pri-
And,
privates.
and let me ask you, did you attend a school?
I was homeschooled.
You were homeschooled.
Yes.
And where'd you learn all
Homeschooled
these crazy
only
opinions?
child.
Big judgment from Miss Glass.
You guys been on homeschool from the kidnapped woman. What the fuck?
That's stupid. You're not gonna learn anything from that. No way.
I was homeschooled. I was sheltered. My parents were obviously wealthy and from
Yes.
a well-known notable family. With
Yes,
time.
his mother's name's 501. If that gives you any clues.
501. Mrs. 501.
She was. I'm a member of the Levi's family.
The genes?
The genes, yes. And my family indoctrinated me with some pretty harsh ideals, and maybe, okay, I'll admit it. My privates class does currently lean left because when I was young, I was such
Your
a little...
reaction of to
I was
your
such a
childhood.
little dirtbag. Okay, when I was a kid, I said things that I hated about privates that I just
we
don't
just wrote
believe
that
anymore.
song about you.
What song?
Teenage Dirtbag?
Secret's out, guys. Wheatus's Teenage Dirtbag is about Howard Levis.
Wow.
Wheatus?
I thought it was
remember.
Levi's jeans.
That was Wheatus? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's Wheatus?
It
Teenage
is
Dirtbag?
Wheatus.
It is Wheatus.
I don't know
The
my...
first fact that Mrs. Glass knows is that
Well,
Wheatus.
if we should have known, there was already Teenage Dirtbag line to Wheatus.
Yeah, that I connect. Even when I know a song that a band does, I connect them with
the
Rich.
name of the
That's a
song.
conspiracy.
It could be conspiracy.
You've got American Woman, but that string is, you don't know where to connect it yet.
I go, did Lenny Kravitz originally write this? Or who wrote this originally?
Now, I have a question for you because I am fully in on the resistance.
Thank you.
I'm going to quit school as a teacher. and what are we going to do with your son when we're not all in school?
Well, you can keep your hands off of him, one.
Okay.
And then,
All right.
two, he'll join me looking at the wall in my house
Okay.
like an egg.
What a sad existence.
I'm sorry, you were homeschooled. What the fuck do you know?
Damn, roasted.
Are your parents certified teachers?
well, no. They
Yeah,
weren't.
neither was my wall, so it looks like we're not so different after all.
Yeah,
Oh,
Howard, we
wow.
know you did 2 years of looking at the wall. That was a big class your parents taught.
Yeah, I did.
I took that. I aced that.
You
aced it?
aced looking at the wall. What'd you get in looking at the wall, Howard?
You failed it.
I got a D-.
Well, you kept
Oof.
looking at the floor.
Yeah. Because the floor had carpet.
A cool design. he
Yeah.
said.
And you were telling
Cool
parents, this is
design.
actually making me smarter.
The whole class was looking at the wall, and you kept looking at the carpet.
You should have
Well,
seen the
that's-
carpet, Todd.
It had a cool
God.
design.
I feel like I'm really getting fucking kicked all around the last couple weeks.
All
and
you
it's
have to do is
killing me.
agree with everyone about the
You
resistance.
see? That,
all you have to
that
do.
they don't teach you in school. All I gotta do is agree with everybody, and then it's all easier.
Life is way easier if you just agree with whatever the loudest person is saying.
Whatever's
Agree.
the most recent thing or the loudest.
That's
Yeah.
right. Thank you, Mrs.
Well,
Glass.
geez,
Thanks.
with that little gem of philosophy, I guess we can
Nugget.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Finally, release everybody from this hellhole.
All right.
You haven't been kept here, by the way.
Oh,
You
haven't
could've-
I?
No, you could have walked out at any moment,
Oh,
Mrs. Glass.
really?
Yes.
Like if I get out of this wheelie chair, it's not just gonna snap me back down, huh?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, it might just because your legs seem very weak, but the chair won't
Yeah,
do
I
that.
don't walk places. I sit.
You have tied a red string from you to the wheelie chair.
Yeah,
So
what-
maybe that will keep you in.
Yeah, it's after me.
So you're part of your own conspiracy now?
Oh, everybody's part of it.
Well, I'm excited to talk more at the meeting tonight. I will
Thank
see
you.
you at your basement.
Thank
Is it
everyone bring
BYO?
food.
BYO, bring your own food?
Everyone, please bring food.
Yeah, is it BYO?
I was gonna say BYO chains also.
Yeah.
Do you bring your
If
own
you
chains?
got them, bring
BYO
them.
chains?
I don't want to run out.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, geez, I'd say we're glad to have you here, Miss Glass. But honestly, I'm scared of what this has done to my buddies here.
We're fine, dude.
We're
fine
fine.
like
I can
always.
be friends with somebody who believes different things than me.
Yeah, you can be
Absolutely.
friends with someone who's crazy, just like they're friends with you.
Guess
Okay, I'm not crazy, Mrs. Glass. I'm the most sane person in the room.
Well,
and I
then
always
why
have
does your
been.
penis point left?
not. What a big-
That has nothing to do with my
Interesting.
mental capacity. It has everything to do with which hand I masturbate with.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Why does mine point down?
Because you use your
Use
feet.
your feet.
Miss Glass and I both know.
Yeah, you don't
right,
need to
she
be a
knows.
brain science to do that.
Well, Mrs. Glass, I say you
Brain
should
science? All right.
you should probably head to C Hall and grab your son out of class because I think it's what's best for him and what's best for everyone is to get you out of the environment of the school.
Finally. Thank you.
Let's all go. Let's all go. And leave
Thank
the school.
you.
You guys are all
I'm
gonna
gonna
go?
let's all go break some kids out of here.
No, that's not okay. Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening today.
Siri, play Thin Lizzy Jailbreak.
Okay, no, all right. I don't think we have the rights to that, but
Oh, yeah, they wrote the Toy Story Boys of Backtown.
Siri, play Highway to Hell.
We don't need to play all these songs at once.
Siri, play Wheatus discography.
Siri, tell me who wrote American Woman.
Okay, let's see what
Siri,
says.
cue up that video where his penis comes out of his pants.
Okay, all right.
He could have used your private class.
That's all right. Let's check on all this and maybe check in on it next week or not. But until then,
Siri, stay flippy.
Class is out and the coffee's on. I got a couple things on my chest to get off. Cut me some slack and pour me a cup of that joy. Welcome to the Teacher's Lounge. Let's wrap it up and hit the road.
If you enjoyed the Teacher's Lounge, make sure to check out their bonus mini episodes available on Stitcher Premium. Just go to stitcherpremium.com/teacher and use promo code TEACHER for your first month free. Also, the guys would like to thank Casey Trela, who made the incredible theme song for the show. You can check out his music at Casey Trela, that's Trela, on Twitter. Finally, the Teacher's Lounge has a lot of great merch available. Just go to podswag.com/teacher and see for yourself. Thanks for listening.